Hi, everyone. Welcome to our PD session for teachers only. And this is all about webinars that can help every teacher success in their teaching. And I'm so excited to welcome everyone. And here's the regular question here: from which part of the world you are tuning from, and what is your teaching role? I'm so excited because we've got super useful webinar today. And hello, Nilafar. Nilafar, so sorry. I'm so bad with spelling today, by the way, pronunciation of the words. But, please do share in the comments from which part of the world you're tuning from, what time exactly at your area. And hello to Bangladesh. I'm so excited that you could join us. Today here is 2 p.m. and we are going to talk about all lesson planning for online, hybrid, and blended language classes with ZenGengo, with amazing Paul Raine, and he's going to share with his passion. Also, I would present Paul a little bit in a very short time, actually. And if you've got any questions that will pop in your mind while you're watching, please drop them in the Q&A box, and Paul will help you out with them. Don't forget to share with your highlights, wows, and hows from the session, and post them on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, VK. Don't forget to tag Paul Raine. He's very active on Facebook, and also ZenGengo is on Twitter, so don't forget to tag his amazing platform. And don't forget to use hashtag #TeachersLoveYouDo. So if you would like to get the certificate or the participation, you certainly need to take the step and provide your learning path, your feedback, your reflection, and post on any social that you would like to. Don't forget the tagging part so I can see that you have learned something. And also, we are going to share, as usually, Paul prepared amazing resource collection from you, of course, on Wakelet. We are going to share it at the very end, or maybe in the middle part of our webinar today. And also, there is a reflection space collection that I'm going to share much earlier than the previous one that I have described. And here we go. I would like to look through the chat for a while. Oh, Farid, thanks for joining us. Oh, Tunisia, thank you so much. And yeah, if you join us on Facebook, we are live on YouTube and Facebook. Please do remember that sometimes we can't see your beautiful names. So it's better to follow the link that is attached to the post and join us on YouTube. So you can join the live chat here. You can see all the resource links, and yeah, let's have some fun. In 2 days is Christmas, and we've got really cool mood. Actually, we don't celebrate Christmas on the 25th. Since I'm a language teacher, I do feel like super exciting. Anyway, and from Fernanda, Fernanda, thanks so much for joining. Good morning from Salvador, Brazil. Wow, thank you so much for joining. And I can see Kevin here. 1 second. Yay. Tokyo. Yay. Larissa is here. Thanks for joining. And Jadranka, thank you so much. I'm so glad when you join us. I love your feedbacks. I love that you're part of my PLN. Really much love from my side. And thanks everyone for joining. Keep sharing from which part of the world you're tuning from. And on this positive and lovely note, I would love to introduce you, Paul Raine. Paul, welcome. Hi.
Hello. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see you. Wow, you look great.
Thank you very much. I tried to get into the Christmas spirit a little bit, for this.
Yeah, you definitely drop it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah, I would love to mention that Paul is really amazing, and he is like, you are a superstar. Actually, you are a bestseller writer, and let me just tell you a few more words about Paul. So you're award-winning teacher, presenter, author, and developer. So you're a developer of ZenGengo. Is it correct?
Yep, ZenGengo. That's correct. Yep.
Yeah, and you're also an educator.
I'm an educator. I've been teaching English in Japan since 2006.
Wow, and this is amazing. I like when you're like developer/teacher, and you can bring lots of awesomeness when you sharing, with this, everything that we need, actually. Your book includes the best-selling 50 Ways to Teach with Technology and the innovative multipath graded reader Journey to Mars.
Yes, both of which are available on Amazon for anyone who's interested. The first one is a book of tips for language teachers, how to use technology to teach languages. And the second one is a graded reader, which is a kind of a work of fiction that is the language is simplified for English learners.
And you run 2 websites for teachers only, I guess.
Yes. Well, in my bio, there are 2 websites. I've actually developed more than that, but yeah, mainly focusing today on ZenGengo. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you publish numerous research articles on the teaching and learning of English as a second language, and is particularly interested in computer-assisted language learning.
Yeah, you can find me on Google Scholar. I am not as prolific as many other people here in Japan, but I do have a few articles up there, yes.
And you currently teach at a university in the Tokyo area. So how long have you been living in Japan?
So I came to Japan in 2006, and I started teaching at university, I think, around 2008, I think.
Wow, amazing. So you're originally from?
I'm originally from the UK. Yeah, North England, a little city called York. It's a very beautiful city. Many tourists go there. At least before COVID, they did. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to visit England, I recommend that you go to York. It's in the north of England.
Wow, fantastic. And talking about the agenda, again, any questions, please, who watch us, don't forget to drop them in the live chat. And Paul, you're really cool, I should say. And please do share a brief version of your agenda. Like, what will you cover today? What are you going to cover?
Right, yes. So I'd like to start with covering some common problems that language teachers encounter when teaching either online or face-to-face or hybrid or blended learning contexts. Then I'd like to look at how ZenGengo can help teachers to plan lessons. And we were looking at a really quick and easy way to create a 1 hour or 90-minute lesson in less than 5 or 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then I'd like to, if I have time, show some more advanced features of ZenGengo as well.
Fantastic. So I can't wait. The stage is yours. The mic is yours. You've got great one.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let me just get set up. Okay. So I'm just going to share my screen.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it's on. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. So share screen window. Okay. Are you receiving this?
Yeah, we can see. So there is a comment from Fernando. ZenGengo is an amazing project. Yay. We can't wait to learn about this. Yeah.
Thank you, Fernando. Yes. So ZenGengo. This is ZenGengo. So it basically is an online a web-based platform for creating effective digital language learning activities in minutes. And it's quick and easy. It works on any device. So it works on laptops, desktops, mobile phones, etc. And it works in any context. So this is really important in the modern age, because language teachers find themselves, online or maybe face-to-face, maybe blended, maybe hybrid. So it works in every context. And it also covers all 4 skills. So listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Many of the tools out there that people use already, they only cover 1 skill or maybe 2 skills, but ZenGengo has all 4. And we try to base it on sound pedagogical foundations. So we look at the methodology, we look at the best approaches and the best methods that have been established by the research, and we try to implement and integrate those into the platform.
Wow.
Okay, so shall I continue?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm all ears.
Okay. I'm just going to keep talking until you say stop. Okay.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to go to my next slide. Okay, so let's go to the next slide here. Okay, so as we know, teaching languages in the 21st century is not quite what we all expected because of COVID. But even before COVID, we were moving toward a situation where we would be teaching partly face-to-face, and the students would be doing some study online, either in the class or outside of the class. So this started before COVID, but obviously COVID kind of supercharged this process. So the tools that we had available before COVID became an issue were not really designed for this situation. So that's where ZenGengo was kind of designed to help with that problem. So we have online teachers who are completely 100% online. We have teachers who are 100% face-to-face, and teachers who are a mix of online, blended, hybrid, face-to-face, etc. Okay. So As a language teacher in Japan, these are some problems that people have that I have overheard either on Facebook or attending conferences. These are some complaints and problems that teachers tend to have. Okay, so they have problems creating activities. Yeah, they say that it takes too long to create digital materials. The average language teacher might have a huge backlog of paper-based activities. Yeah, lots of PDFs, lots of activities that can be printed out. But when it comes to actually teaching online or blended, those paper-based activities can't be easily used. And so the second question or complaint is that I can't use paper-based materials online. Of course, that's not possible really to use paper-based materials online. The second problem teachers encounter is administering the activities. Okay, so there's a complaint perhaps that there's too many different apps, and I know, Anna, that you have introduced your audience to many wonderful apps, I'm sure. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use a variety of apps. I'm just saying that some teachers get overwhelmed by how many different apps there are.
Yes, that's what I always mention. It's really essential what you have brought over here right now. We learn about lots of apps, but I personally stick to 3 main platforms or maybe more. Some tools that can help me to organize my teaching.
Yeah. So we're not saying, I'm not suggesting that ZenGengo does everything that a language teacher needs, but I'm saying that it does a lot in one place. So listening, reading, writing, and speaking activities can be created all under one platform. And then some other teachers would say that their school's LMS, if they're lucky enough to have an LMS, is not optimized for language teaching. Okay, so we have a wonderful apps such as Google Classroom. We have open source apps such as Moodle, and these are all really great, but they're not designed specifically for language teachers.
Yes, absolutely, agree.
Yeah. So that's another case where ZenGengo comes in, because it's built by language teachers and for language teachers. So I'm a language teacher. I built the application. The guys that I work with have experience teaching languages. So that's a unique sales point. The final kind of problem that teachers have is with grading activities. So, okay, one thing that might put you off creating a lot of wonderful activities for your students is having to actually grade all of those. So creating them and administering them is a lot of fun, but having to grade them is not so much fun. I think you'll agree.
Yeah.
Definitely,
yeah.
Here in Japan, at university, you have to give a grade at the end of the year. You have to give a grade at the end of the semester. Now, I know if you're teaching adults and like independent learners, probably you don't have to give a grade, but sometimes you do. So that's what ZenGengo can do. It can automate the grading process for you. So teachers complain, I have too much grading at the end of the semester, or, how do I give feedback online? ZenGengo provides solutions for those teachers as well. Okay, I'm going to continue on. Okay, so this is the solution I suggest. This is, well, at least part of a solution. We don't pretend to be the entire solution, but a big part of the solution, ZenGengo. It works in online, face-to-face, and blended environments. It has 10 assignment types across all 4 language skills. And it has automatic grading for all assignment types. It's made by teachers for teachers. It's one system for, well, not all of your needs, but certainly many of your needs. And super easy onboarding. And it has the latest AI web technologies, such as speech recognition and speech synthesis, to motivate and engage your students. Do you think your listeners would like to know more about speech synthesis and speech recognition, or would they be familiar with those? Okay, so yes. I'll briefly explain what that means. Speech recognition is a system that basically you can send an audio file to the computer, and the computer will listen to the audio and try and figure out what the audio contains in terms of language. So it basically will transcribe the audio into text. And that can be used to check the pronunciation of the learner, or to check the comprehensibility of their speech.
Oh, wait, It's like our learners, they can record their voices, like they're reading aloud, for instance, and send to the platform, and they will see the text.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Oh,
So Anna, that's a much better explanation than mine. Thank you very much.
really?
Yeah. So
Thank you.
you can see on the image here, you can see some green checks. You see this section here has a green checks, and this section here has like orange question marks. It means that the green words were pronounced correctly, and orange words were not pronounced correctly. Can you
This
see
is
that?
amazing. Something
Yeah.
about inclusivity. I love it.
Yes, yes, yes. And speech synthesis is the opposite. So the computer will take a text and then generate the audio from the text. So you can have a variety of accents. You can expose your learners to a variety of accents. If you want to convert a reading activity into a listening activity, that can be done with a click of a button rather than having to record it yourself as a teacher, which is a very time-consuming and difficult process to do. Okay. So ZenGengo has 10 assignment types. As I said before, we have audio
Wow.
recording, video recording, written reports, speaking drills, text gap fills, text to test, video gap fill, multiple choice quizzes, vocabulary tests, and a content page. And I'm going to briefly explain what each of those will do for the teacher. So audio recording, you can use this to get the student to record an audio response to a question or a prompt. For example, if you want the students to give a self-introduction or a short presentation, they could describe a picture. A picture paints 1,000 words. A picture is a really good way to get students producing the target language, and it's really low maintenance and low effort on the part of the teacher. The teacher just has to find an interesting picture and upload it to the platform, and then the students can spend 1 or 2 minutes describing the picture in the target language. Yeah.
So there is the timing, or the only thing that a teacher needs to take is just to find the picture that can support the lesson plan, right?
Exactly. And ZenGengo also includes a Creative Commons library of images. So all the teacher has to do is input a keyword, and then the
Oh,
platform will actually provide some pictures which match that keyword. Yeah.
I love libraries these days, especially,
Anything that makes the teacher's life slightly easier.
Yes.
We've tried to think of anything that makes their life slightly easier. And of course, it doesn't have to be a picture. It could be an audio file. So students could listen to an audio file and then respond using their voices to that audio file. It could be like a PDF. It could be a video even. So any media at all can be put in this spot here. And then the students can record a response to that media. So that's audio recording. We also have video recording, which is basically the same thing, except of course it records video. So as we are doing now, we are having a video conference. There are a lot of information encoded in gesture, in eye contact, in facial expressions that audio files just don't capture. So the idea behind the video recording is to capture all of that extra information that's important for communicating. Anna, do you prefer to use audio or video when you work with your students?
Actually, video these days, since I'm a big user of Flipgrid, there is a video recording, but also students can record their podcasts like audio. They can use the audio feature only, but this is a separate platform that we use.
So yeah, I think I agree with you. Like sometimes it's good to have just audio because you want to focus on the students, speech only. But a lot of the time, it's nice to have video because it's a lot more personalized and you can see all the extra, facial expressions, etc. So yeah, video is a really good thing. And Flipgrid is great, by the way. Flipgrid is great, but we do some things that Flipgrid doesn't do. For example, students can include a transcript with their video. And that makes it even easier for the teacher to analyze the student's speech and to assign a grade to the speech.
No, there is immersive reader, and he does everything like this. Actually, when you click on the immersive reader, everything that was said in the video, it pops up like in the text version. If the pronunciation isn't correct, of course, he can't produce it in the correct way. But yeah, there's thanks to immersive reader.
Is that part of Flipgrid or is that another application?
There's a Microsoft tool, but Flipgrid is a part of Microsoft, and there is an integration. I love this. I love immersive reader. That's why I'm so excited about that. You mentioned that there are some sort of inclusivity tools that you have everything in one place. Actually, it's about your platform. That's great.
we love these other platforms, and we get a lot of inspiration from them, but
Yeah.
at the same time, as I said before, we are probably the only platform that is specifically made for language teachers. So that's the way I would differentiate us. And but these other applications are amazing as well, and the teacher should have a tool belt of applications that they use regularly, I think. Yeah.
And I really enjoy, the fact that you haven't mentioned, but you're still updating this, your creation, right? You mentioned that there are already lots of things that are inside of ZenGengo. ZenGengo? Oh, can you pronounce that again, please?
ZenGengo.
ZenGengo. I'm so sorry, I'm mixing up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I should have
language
chosen an
teacher.
easier name.
Hello. Yeah. And
go ahead. Sorry.
no, I've lost it.
It's still being developed. Yes, we're still adding new features, and
I just want to give a shout out that you've already have taken lots of and used lots of things and great features, by the way, all in one place. This is incredible.
Thank you. So another assignment type we have is speaking drill, and this is what I was talking about before. We have AI-powered speech recognition that matches learner speech to phrases provided by the teacher. Okay, so this is a good way to get learners practicing to teach the connection between sounds and how they are represented, for general pronunciation practice, for general reading practice, and getting students to improve pronunciation of particular phonemes, improve their fluency, and improve their confidence as well. And we don't always language learners are not always fortunate enough to have somebody to talk to. They don't always have an interlocutor. Somebody to check. Is their speech comprehensible? So this is great for those situations. Let me go to the next one. This is text gap fill. Now, no language teacher worth their salt would not be familiar with a text gap fill. One of the most common activities that we do, and they are pedagogically useful. The research has been done to show that it does improve students' grammatical knowledge. It improves their vocabulary knowledge. So, and they have to understand the grammar in order to complete the missing words in some cases. Yeah. So text gap fills are pedagogically effective. They can be used to reinforce grammar points, for listening practice, for comprehension checks, testing the spelling of difficult words. There's so many things you can do with text gap fills. Yeah.
And Paul, there are already a few questions, so more. I just want to ask you this question from Farid. How many languages does the app support?
That's a really good question. Thank you, Farid. So we support mainly English, but we also officially support French, German, and Spanish. And we do have some other language teachers on the platform. We have at least, I know we have a Dutch teacher. So the Dutch teacher finds it very, very useful. We don't officially support Dutch, but you can use many of the activities on the platform for other languages, in addition to English, French, German, and Spanish.
So talking about the nearest future, are you going to add more language like Arabic or Russian or?
We have been asked. We occasionally get asked, "Oh, can you add Japanese? Can you add Arabic? Can you add Russian?" We will add it if there's enough demand, basically, because the time it takes to add a new language is not insignificant. It is a substantial requirement of time and effort to add a new language. So if we have like a handful of teachers, maybe 3 or 4 or 5, all ask for the same language, at that point, then we tend to add it.
So better together. Let's use ZenGengo then, and the more people will join from this certain country. Yeah, so Farid, exactly. Let's welcome more friends. Yeah.
So the next activity type is video gap fill. So I think, again, most language teachers have at some point used YouTube to teach a certain language point. Yeah.
Yes.
Or they've referred their students to. They said, "Oh, okay, watch more videos on YouTube. Watch videos with English subtitles, all of that kind of thing." So what ZenGengo allows you to do is to get a YouTube video and input it into the platform, and then create a listening activity from the video using the captions.
It's like Edpuzzle, something like this, right?
Edpuzzle is another good platform that does a similar thing. So this allows you. Nearpod again, a similar thing. It's good for listening practice, spelling practice, presenting authentic materials, exposing learners to different accents, idiomatic expressions, things like that. Yeah.
Wow, that's a great one.
Great. So next one is multiple choice. Again, it's quite a very common
Yeah,
activity type.
love it.
Our multiple choice assignment includes some other questions such as reordering, which is good for structuring a paragraph into the correct order, and also categorization. All of these I'll demonstrate in a while, but we could do categorization type questions, reordering type questions, and multiple choice questions as well. Yeah. Moving on to text to test. So this is, I think, one of the most useful assignment types. Basically, the teacher will simply copy a text and paste it into the platform, and then the platform will generate a listening activity, a reading activity, a vocabulary activity, and a grammar activity, all from that text.
Automatically, you
Yes,
mentioned.
automatically. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
that's a good word. I love it.
So it's 4 activities for the price of 1. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'll demonstrate that a little bit later. We also have an assignment type called Vocab test, which is for vocabulary matching, typing, dictation, speaking, etc. Yeah, Fernando has just mentioned H5P in the chat. H5P is another great platform that allows the teacher to create different activity types. Yeah, and it's very, 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 very useful. Yeah.
I haven't heard of this. So Fernando, could you share more? We need you.
Yeah, it's basically a free platform for teachers to create a variety of activity types. I think is the best way to sum it up. Yeah. Written reports is another assignment type that we have. This will give feedback on student writing, grammatical feedback and spelling mistakes, things like that. So again, to save the teacher time, the teacher doesn't necessarily want to be giving detailed corrections on 100 different written reports. So the idea of this is to some extent to automate that process. And finally, content page. This is used to just to distribute images, videos, instructions, examples, summaries, etc. It could be a PDF, it could be an audio file, it could be a text file, it could be an image. All of that can be included in a content page. Are you still with me?
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm just I wanted to showcase the post from Fernando, and it was really nice and big. So yes. I just dropped myself off so everyone can see it better.
Okay, thank you. Okay, wow. So I'm going to go on and talk about the pedagogy behind ZenGengo. So, and not just behind ZenGengo. This is great pedagogy. This is a great pedagogical foundation for any kind of a platform, and it has basically 4 strands. Okay, so this was developed by Paul Raine among others, but it's mainly, I think, Paul Raine who came up with this 4 strands approach to teaching languages. And he basically says that we need language learners need comprehensible input. Okay, so comprehensible input is exposure to spoken and written language, which is just slightly above the learner's current level. Yeah, so the text has to be not too difficult, but slightly above the learner's current level. The audio file has to be slightly above the learner's current level, and then the learner can understand the vast majority of the input, but they can still learn new words, new phrases, new grammar, etc. Comprehensible input was also propounded by Krashen. Krashen was one of the most famous.
Yeah, I know him.
Yes. I think Stephen Krashen. He's the most famous proponent of comprehensible input. His view is slightly stronger. I think he says that pretty much you only need comprehensible input to learn a language. But since then, other researchers have come along and said, no, input is not sufficient. We need other things as well. And
I love his definition of effective filter. We had an integration with one of the YouTube bloggers, and this is what it was my definition that I needed to share from Krashen. Yeah, it's
what was it called?
incredible.
What was it called?
Effective filter. So we need to to the effective filter to motivate our students, because there are like 3 categories that he mentioned, like self-confidence, motivation, and the third one. I forgot. Okay.
Motivation.
And
effective filter. Yeah, the effective filter is like anything that gets in the way of the language learning process that is kind of related to the learner's personality, maybe like they're shy or they're not motivated. Yeah, like what you've already said. Yeah, that's all related to the effective filter. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to correct our students less. Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly not too much, because if we correct them too much, they would lose confidence. But if we don't correct them at all, then they won't learn and how to they won't notice their mistakes. Absolutely. So it has to be a nice balance. So the next strand of the of Nation's approach is meaning focused output. So we need comprehensible input, of course, but we also need to produce the language in a spoken and a written form. And ideally, that has to be in interaction with another speaker of the same language. Yeah. But it could be with the computer. Okay, so you could write a passage and have the computer give you feedback. You could use speech recognition. All of that could be part of producing output in the language. Yeah. The third strand is form-focused instruction. So this is a deliberate drawing deliberate attention to language features such as spelling, pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, discourse, etc. All of that has a role to play. So again, there was a backlash against focusing solely on grammar, and communicative language teaching basically said, let's focus on getting students to create meaningful conversation and interaction, and let's not focus too much on the form of that interaction. But later it kind of the pendulum swung back the other way, and teachers and researchers were arguing, actually we do need some form-focused instruction. Students benefit from some form-focused instruction as well as the meaning-focused activities. Fernando's just mentioned that Krashen is holding a webinar on January the 1st. I'd love to see that. Okay, I'm going to move on to Yep, I'll move on to the next strand. So the final strand of Nation's paradigm is fluency development. So this is when learners draw on their existing knowledge to develop their ability to comprehend and produce language at a reasonable rate. So they're not necessarily learning new ways to do things, but they're practicing, they're utilizing their existing knowledge to develop their fluency. So I think any good language course should contain all of these different strands of instruction. And ZenGengo tries to do this. It tries to provide the tools for teachers who want to do this through its assignment types. So we have, for comprehensible input, we have text-to-test, video gap fill, multiple choice quizzes, text gap fill, and content pages. For meaning-focused output, we have audio recording, video recording, and written reports. For fluency development, we have those 3 in addition to speaking drills.
I like it. Yeah, a lot. Like a lot.
We have speaking drill, text gap fill, text-to-test, video gap fill, multiple choice quizzes, and vocabulary tests. So the next thing I'm going to show is a video that shows how easy it is to create a lesson using Lesson Wizard. So let me just make this a little bit bigger. Okay, is that quite visible now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so let me talk you through what's happening in this video. So first of all, what I do is I go to Lesson Wizard, and then I'm going to paste in a text. And this is a text that I found from Wikipedia, and it's just about the life of Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah. So I just found a text that I wanted to use. It happened to be on Leonardo da Vinci, and I pasted it into Lesson Wizard. Then I choose the activity types that I want to do. So I want to do vocabulary, listening, speaking, and multiple choice. I click on Next. I put in a title for my lesson, Leonardo da Vinci. Okay. And then that's it. The system creates the activities for me. So here we can see that there's a listening and reading activity. And that is followed by a vocabulary comprehension activity. Here you can see the student is checking the meanings of the words. And that's followed by a vocabulary quiz. A student is checking the correct word for definition. And then finally, we have a grammar reordering activity here. And again, all of this is created by Lesson Wizard. Here we have a text gap fill. Student is listening and creating text gap fill. Here we have a speaking comprehension with speaking drill.
Paul, when we have got, sorry for the interruption, when we've got the text, so every word, it looks like we can check out the definition of every word in the from the text.
Yeah, it pulls up definitions for most of the words. Yes, it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't think it provides definitions for words like the, in, an, on, at, etc.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, but most of the lexical items in the text, it will give a definition for you, and you can choose either to have an English definition or a definition in French, German, Vietnamese, Arabic, Chinese, Japanese. We support a whole range of different languages for the word definitions. Yeah.
Oh, that's really essential. Thank you for sharing this.
No problem. And this is the reordering section where the student is focusing on the structure of the text and just putting everything in the right order. And finally, is that it? I think the last one maybe. Yeah, that's the last activity. Okay, so that is Lesson Wizard, and I'll demonstrate that again in a moment. Okay, and this is some information about the guys on the team, and we have a free trial. So I must mention at this point, I don't want it to be a shock to your viewers. Okay, but ZenGengo is not free. Okay, we have a free trial which lasts for a month, and I'd be more than happy to give anyone listening to this webinar an extended free trial. So maybe we could go up to probably 3 months. I'd be more than happy if anyone contacts me.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
I would take it.
Okay, I know there's so many quality applications out there that are totally free, but what you have to remember is if you are not paying for a product, then you are the product. Okay, so Google and Google Classroom and Flipgrid, etc. You're not paying, but somehow those companies are commercial companies that have to make money, and they do that by selling your data sometimes. So that's a really good phrase to remember. If you are not paying for a product, then probably you are the product. Yeah. So we do not do that. All of your data is completely confidential. All of your data, we comply with all of the data protection laws that exist in the US and in Europe. So free apps are great, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't use free apps. I'm just saying that we have some features that is worth paying for. So that's why we have a free trial.
Yeah, Paul, can you mention that everything that that anyone creates on the ZenGengo, it will be there forever,
Yes, exactly. So when you create your assignments, if your trial comes to an end, we don't just delete everything. It stays on the platform. You can retain access to all of your submissions that you've received. The only thing you can't do is to create new assignments and to receive new submissions. But all of your data that you've created, all of your assignments, everything that you've uploaded will remain basically forever. Yeah, that's correct.
Perfect.
Yes.
So Jadranka, you can still use your data and everything that you have created there. So don't worry.
Yes. Okay, so that's a big concern. I know, because teachers, once they invest all of this time and effort creating the materials. And there have been cases of companies in the past, like they start off free and then they suddenly convert to paid, and you lose access to everything. Okay, we will never do that, because we are open and upfront from the very beginning. There's a free trial, but after that you have to pay. But we'll never flip our product. We'll hopefully never close down our our platform. Okay, so you can trust that your data and the hard work that you put into creating all those materials will be retained. Yeah.
This is great. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'd like to maybe jump into a demonstration. Maybe if there's any other questions at this point, I can catch my breath and.
So I've seen some comments and from Fernando. But I think I've shared this one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to he gave a shout out to ZenGengo, and okay, I think there was something about the COVID problem he mentioned, and pronunciation power is a fantastic tool for voice recognition. Has been available in the market for more than 20 years. Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of apps out there that do voice recognition. We're not the only ones, of course. Some of them don't actually allow you to specify your own text. I'm not sure if pronunciation power does that or not, but that's something that we do, is we allow the teachers to specify what phrases they want the students to practice. So that's a kind of, I hope, is a unique feature of ZenGengo.
Yes, definitely. And there was a question from one of the Facebook users. Please don't forget to join us on YouTube. So, which techniques can we use for recovery? There, I think students' gaps, what they have for COVID. Want to mention that our students are from rural area and they are the students of 5 to 10 years old.
Which techniques can we use for recovery? The gaps when they have for COVID. I want to mention
I guess like what features we can use on the platform that can cover this certain age when.
So when this user, I think this user means like recovering the gaps means like the gaps in knowledge, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, any of the assignment types on ZenGengo can be administered for homework, for example. So you can give students extra practice on any language point. If you wanted them to practice grammar or vocabulary or speaking or listening or writing, all of that can be done with ZenGengo. Yeah.
Oh, you have already you mentioned already the PDF option, right? So we can download materials like in PDF format, and we can print them out, right? If we work offline, for instance.
Printing out may be tricky because ZenGengo is optimized to be delivered either completely online or with a physical device in a face-to-face classroom. But yeah, video is definitely, you can upload video and you can also use YouTube videos as well. Yeah. Jaka has said that they've used up their free trial. Again, I'm more than happy to give an extension for anyone who would like to extend their free trial. Just let me know.
You mentioned 3 months, right?
Yeah, I'm more than happy. I think Jaka has already had a month, so I'm more than happy to extend another couple of months.
You haven't told me that you have been using this platform for so long. This is my very first time when I learning about ZenGengo. Not good.
The user has been keeping secrets from you.
Yeah. No, she's a really generous person. Yeah, but this time I didn't know that. Perfect. Okay. She's happy. Yeah. Thank you to join.
I'm going to share my other window right now. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it takes time to organize the things on the platforms, because for 1 month, probably, I know that this is such a pain for many teachers across the globe, lots of information, lots of data to save, to organize, to create the tools and etc. And we definitely need more time to set the things and start working, This is really generous from your side as well.
Thank you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show an example of how I create materials for my language classes I teach in Japan using ZenGengo. So I use Zoom for the synchronous component. So one thing I should mention right now is that ZenGengo is only for asynchronous. Okay.
Okay.
There's no live video. There's no ability for students to talk to each other in a synchronous way using ZenGengo. So
in one space.
Yeah. So ZenGengo is optimized. Is a platform that has asynchronous assignments, and it is mainly for independent study, not for group work. It can be used for group work. You can have students work in pairs on ZenGengo assignments, but it's optimized for independent individual study. Yeah.
Wow.
But there are exceptions, and I'll give some more details to that in a few minutes. So what I do is, when I'm not teaching, I just keep a little scrapbook of interesting news articles and interesting blog articles that I've read that I think would make really good lessons. So I use an application called Evernote. Have you heard of Evernote, Anna?
Yes, of course. But nowadays I use Wakelet only.
Okay, so Wakelet maybe is a better free alternative to Evernote.
Yes,
Um,
I
yeah,
think so.
I pay for Evernote. I think I pay like $100 a year or something.
Oh
I
my
find it
gosh.
really useful. I know that probably some teachers that's a lot of money, but for me it's worthwhile. Paying for that, and it has some nice features. Anyway, so that's just beside the point. I mean, all I'm saying is, if you can keep a scrapbook of interesting blogs or interesting news articles, then it makes it much easier to create a lesson when you have to do it. Yeah. So I'm going to share another
Here's the
screen.
comment from Sky Kiwi. But the live view feature in things like speaking drill makes it quite useful in synchronous classes.
Yes, thank you very much. So I think she's referring to, we have this feature called live monitoring, and it shows you which students are currently doing the activity. And it shows that in a live way. So I did tell a slight lie. We're not completely asynchronous. Okay. We do have this synchronous.
Thanks for a great comment, Sky Kiwi.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Sky Kiwi is I should employ to correct me when I'm wrong about my own platform. So yeah, we do have this live monitoring feature. Yeah, we do have that. Okay, let me just share a different screen here.
Lots of features indeed. I certainly need some time to go through the features.
Yes, I think one problem is actually we have too many features because it's hard to cover everything in a webinar like this. But I'll do my best to cover the main ones. So, okay, so this is an example of a news article that I found online that I thought, oh, this would make a really good activity for Japanese university students or Japanese high school students, or actually high school students anywhere, because this is a kind of universal issue, and the issue is relating to uniforms. Okay, so this is a news article I found. I made an Evernote notebook from it, and basically it says that there was a high school in Hiroshima that basically started to offer female students a choice between skirts and pants. Okay, and I thought, oh, hey, this would make a really good discussion topic for a intermediate level English class. The students can debate. Do you think girls should be able to wear trousers to school, etc.
Pros and cons in uniform. It's really a popular thing, to take in every classroom.
What about in Russia? Like, are the girls allowed to wear trousers or a skirt?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, a very enlightened policy. I think the reason this is so interesting is because some Japanese schools are incredibly conservative and strict about uniform. So when this school decided to allow the girls to wear either pants or skirt, it probably was like quite a big it was quite controversial decision in many ways.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I know it sounds a little bit anachronistic, right?
Yeah. But every country has like sort of rules and traditions. That's
yes. But anyway, so I thought that this would make a good topic for a lesson. So I just saved
for
the
discussion, absolutely, and debates that you mentioned. Perfect.
Yeah, discussion and debate, and also as a reading activity and a listening activity, and also some vocabulary activity as well. So I'm going to show now how I would change how I would convert this text and this image into an interactive lesson using ZenGengo. I'm just going to switch to my other window.
I like this converting. You mentioned automatically lots of times, and this is like Okay, it's on.
This time I'm going to show how you would do it manually, but after that I will show how to use Lesson Wizard to do it even quicker. So what I do is I start off with a text-to-test assignment type, okay? So this will create your vocabulary and your grammar activities. So I'll just call this, I don't know, step 1. Vocabulary and grammar, okay. Then what I do is I click on the Add Media Prompt, and I add the image from the news article that I found. Okay, so just do that. Click on Add Media, click on Image, click Upload, and then I can choose the image from my desktop here. There we go, and that is added now to the lesson. You should see it pop up in 1 second. There we go. Okay, so that's the image. Then I simply paste the text in the next box. Okay, text in here. And I click on Process. Okay, and clicking on Process, what that does is it pulls in all of the, or most of the word definitions, and also it creates these sentences for the grammar activity here. So
Wow.
all the teacher has to do is to check the words they want the students to study. That's it. Yeah. The definitions are already there. You can see here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got manufacture is to make something. I can simplify that a little bit. I can just delete that section here. We've got consider, to think about something, a prefecture, area owned by a government, functional, designed to have practical use. Okay. So all I have to do as a teacher is to just check the words I want the students to study. And I'll do one more.
Super easy.
Yeah. Super easy. Let me do diversity. Okay. And the same for the grammar section. All I have to do is check the sentences I want the students to study. That's it. Just check them. And then if I want to convert this reading activity into a listening activity, I can just choose the voice. So here I have like an American voice, for example.
Hi, my name is Joanna, and this is my voice.
Or I could do
this is my voice. Yeah.
This is my
cool.
voice. I could do a British voice. I normally choose Amy because Amy is a really naturalistic voice. Let's listen to this one.
Good afternoon. My name is Amy, and this is my voice.
Yeah. So she sounds
Nice.
a bit like a traditional English newsreader. Okay. We do have other accents like Australian English. We have French, Spanish, and German, but I'll leave it on UK English for now. And then click on Save, and that's it. Okay, so now what the student will see to distribute, in order for students to do this activity, all you have to do is copy the link. So this button here, click it, and it says link copied. Okay, and then what you do is you give that to your students. They can access it on their mobile phone, on their tablet, on their laptop, etc. They put in their name, and that's it. They can access the lesson immediately. There's no logging in. There's no onboarding, nothing like that.
Super.
Yeah.
So, super powerful accessibility feature you've got. This is tremendous.
Thank you.
I know that it's really essential, especially with the COVID situation, etc. Many platforms, they weren't really great with this. You know, the accessibility was really low there.
Yes. So students, the teacher can set up the platform so students can log in using Microsoft or Google, but they don't have to log in, and that makes it really easy just to create lessons, on the fly, 5 minutes before your class or something like that,
Yes.
Not that I'm recommending that you do that, but we all get caught in that situation sometimes, So
Definitely.
We have the image, we have the audio file, which I'm going to try playing here.
There is a growing trend among municipal junior high schools in the district of Aki, Hiroshima Prefecture, to offer female students a choice between skirts and a pair of pants for their uniforms.
Okay, did that come through?
Yeah, we can hear the sound.
Okay, great. So another thing that Paul Raine and other researchers have recommended is reading and listening at the same time. Okay, so that can actually increase the benefit of the activity in terms of the pedagogical value, how much the student is able to absorb, is to listen and read at the same time. So this
we do that.
allows you to do that. Also with highlighting as well.
In many cases, students
No.
choose between
Oh.
device applicants.
And you can
Fantastic.
even slow down the audio if you want, so that you can go down slower or you can bring it up faster. So we could go down to 0.75 speed.
In addition to being more gender neutral, the new uniform
So the student can choose, this is too fast for me, I want to slow it down, or this is too slow, I want to speed it up. The student can do that.
Wow.
Then the next step is to check the words. So I only checked 5 words when I was creating the activity. I only checked 5 words. So we can see here that they are highlighted, and when the student puts their mouse over the word, they'll see the definition pop up.
Just like in the class books, we always do that, and sometimes it's already underlined, like every word, the keywords only. I mean, yeah,
Yes,
that's
exactly,
great.
exactly. And this is really important because what you're doing is you're teaching students the meanings of the words in context. So it's one thing to use flashcards and to teach and to learn word meanings out of context. That's really important, and that should be part of your language course. But teaching the students the meanings of the words in context is also really a powerful way to understand the meaning of new vocabulary. So that's a useful function as well. Next would be matching the definitions of the words that were shown in the previous step to the words themselves. So maybe in the chat, let's make this interactive, okay? Maybe in the chat, one of the people watching can tell me the answer.
Okay, here you go.
An area governed by a prefect. Considering manufacturers, functional, or prefecture. I think the clue
drop
is
your suggestions to the Q&A box, okay? We can't wait to hear from you.
I'll choose the answer on this occasion. I think it's prefecture. And then we've got to think about something.
Wow.
What's that one? To think about something. No, okay. I'll just choose the answer here. It'll be difficult to make this interactive. Considering, that's considering. Okay. Designed to have a practical use, that will be functional. And quality or state of having different forms, types, etc., that would be diversity.
Yeah.
To make a large amount using machines, that would be manufacture. Okay, and then we have the grammar reordering activity. So there's a growing trend among municipal junior high schools in district of Aki, Hiroshima, prefecture to offer female students choice between skirts and a pair of pants for their uniforms. Yeah, so you can see how the student can put this sentence together into the correct order. Just let me skip through a few of these. And at the end, the student will get immediate feedback on their response.
With
so
scores. Great.
Yep, with a score and a check or a cross, depending on how they answered the question. And all the feedback, So again, coming back to that thing about teachers having to grade the activities, that's not necessary. That ZenGengo will do that for you. That ZenGengo will make the teacher's job easier in that respect. Okay.
Fabulous.
So that is usually what I do for the first part of the lesson. Yeah. So I have students read this text and listen to the text, answer the questions, and then that's kind of pre-teaching the vocabulary, getting students warmed up with the topic, the idea of this topic. The next step is to do a discussion activity.
So literally, you just taken 2 steps. You added a picture and some text, right?
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. And I chose
awesome.
the words I wanted to do, and I chose the sentences, and that was it. Yeah. And I also chose the voice as well. Yeah, I'm going back to ZenGengo demo folder here. So we can see that I've created one activity, step 1, vocab and grammar, okay? And what I'm doing now is going to do step 2, which will be discussion questions. So sometimes what I do is while students are doing this activity, I then create the discussion questions. so while the students are busy, doing the activity, I use that time to create the next activity. So here I'm going to put step 2 and discussion. Then I put some discussion. I might add the image again here. So it's already uploaded. So I just add it again here, and then I can just click on here, and I can add some text for discussion questions. So question 1, and what I would do at this point is refer back to the original text, so I can remember what some good questions would be. So I just go back to here, click on edit. Okay, and then I've got the text here I can look at. So the first question might be, did you wear a uniform at high school? Okay. If yes, did you like it? If no, why not? Okay. And then I might do another question like, let's see, medical suits, ties and ribbons. Okay, I might go straight into the main topic here, which is, do you think that girls should be allowed to wear pants? So this is a bit tricky because in English, pants means underwear. In British English, pants means underwear, but American English, it means trousers. So I might just change it to trousers just so there's no confusion.
Yeah, things happen like that.
Or skirts, and then wear trousers if they want to. Then what I do is I flip it around and I say, well, okay, if you think that girls should be allowed to wear pants or trousers, should boys be allowed to wear skirts? You know?
It's interesting.
Because
it's a balanced thing, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, if you think that girls can wear trousers and boys can't wear skirts, that's a kind of double standard, you know? So
yeah. Some boys do that.
Yes.
I've seen.
Oops. Yeah. Boys should be allowed to wear skirts if they want to. Now, I think the problem here is that a lot of girls do want to wear trousers because they're warmer or they're more functional, they're more convenient.
Yeah.
But there are very, very few boys want to wear skirts. So, you know, it doesn't work both ways. But you know.
But it's a great title for the discussion, absolutely.
Exactly. It's a good discussion question. And it gets them thinking about, you know, oh, why is it okay for it to go one way and not the other? And it gets them thinking about that. So that's a good thing. Then let's do a couple more questions. Let's see.
Yeah, while you're checking, I'm just I'm dropping the resource link to the live chat on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook, go to YouTube and check out the link there. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Paul, you mentioned about the 3 months trial or anything. Do people need to add any codes or anything? Will you add it to the collection later, or how it's going to be on?
Okay, so if anyone wants to extend their trial or take advantage of an extended trial, could they email me, paul@zengengo.com? Paul@zengengo.com.
Oh, we will add it to the collection. Don't worry, to the resource collection. Okay, we will add it. Mm-hmm. So you need to check it. And don't forget to feedback.
Can anyone think of another question here? I'm kind of running out of ideas here now. I did have for the first time I did this, I came up with 10 questions, you know, really quickly. Let's see.
The same is here to me. Whenever you need to invent things during live thing.
Yes. Division from the board says it. Okay, I respond to changes in society. Okay, I might ask a question about that. Do you think that,
or maybe pros and cons on wearing a uniform or something like this? You know.
Could you repeat that?
Something about pros and cons.
Yes, great. Thank you very much. Yes. I can tell you're an English teacher. The pros and cons of wearing uniforms. Okay, great. So I'm going to save that. Okay, and that is my second activity. So if I'm on Zoom or some other synchronous platform, then at that point I put the students into breakout rooms and I say, hey guys, discuss these questions, and I have a set of rules. Okay, so actually I can share with you the rules that I use for my discussion. And I always share these rules whenever I do discussion online or even offline. Let me share those with you.
Paul, do you have these rules on your websites, on any of them?
Not right now, but we could share these in the Wakelet thing maybe, or
Oh, it's up to you. Yeah,
yeah,
I just I'm
yeah.
wondering because that's great. Instructions are very essential, especially if you're teaching online.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
These I found are to be the most frequent problems. So, rule number 1 is use only English. Okay, so don't use L1. Now,
I
there
like
are
this one.
there is some debate about this. Like some teachers believe, okay, it's good to allow the students to plan their answers using L1, but in my case, I think just English is better. Every student should answer every question. So sometimes I go into breakout rooms and the students are sitting there like in complete silence, and I'm like, "Have you guys finished?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Did every student answer every question?" And they're like, "Every question?"
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, "Yes,
Familiar thing to me.
I wrote 10 questions. It means that you guys have to answer 10 questions."
Yeah, and they cover a few only. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had this situation.
Then number 4 is to give details, reasons, and examples. Now, these three words come up in TOEFL, they come up in IELTS, they come up in TOEIC. Like you have to give details, reasons, and examples when you answer questions, either in written or spoken format.
I love this one.
Yeah. So again, I say to students, like, do you think that girls should be allowed to wear trousers? Student says, yes. I'm like, okay, well, why?
Why?
So
Yeah, give the
you,
reason why.
you're always trying to
To
persuade
make
them.
your sentence longer, yeah, and these
Exactly.
thinking process, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think you feel my frustration. So number 4 also ties in with that. And then number 5, again, sometimes I was going into breakout rooms and there'll be a group of students sitting in there in complete silence. I'm like, okay, guys, if you finish early, you have to think of some original questions relating to the topic. So you have to think of your own questions. Yeah.
Amazing planning.
Then for online classes, we have mic on when speaking and off when not speaking. Otherwise, you get all this background noise and it's just no good. Cameras on all the time. One person in the group has to share their screen, and when they finish, do not forget to click submit. It's
Yeah.
a very important thing to do. Okay. So those are my rules for breakout.
I actually love your rules, and I'm so excited that you can share it, or just if we can find them, because you don't have like a lot of them, and they are really certain. It's clear. Yes. They are clear, and it's easy to understand what students need to type and to do.
Yeah. How can I share these, Anna? Where should I put these?
Oh, we can add it to the resource collection, like that you have prepared. Yep.
Okay, great. Do that later. Okay.
Yeah, so sure.
We have, I'm just sharing my other screen now.
Yeah, sharing.
We have step 1, vocab and grammar. That takes about 15 minutes usually for the students to finish that, 15 to 20 minutes. We have step 2, that discussion. If you have 10 questions and they follow the rules, it should take about 15 or 20 minutes to do that. Okay. So we've got 40 minutes so far of content. Okay. And it only took us about 10 minutes to create this content. Then I generally finish up with a couple of focus on form activities. So we've got text gap fill. So this will be step 3. And this is listening practice. And I use the same text again from the article. Okay. So, but I don't use the whole text. I just tend to use only the first part of the text, or only the second part or only the middle of the text, for example. And I paste this into the box here. I select the voice, which would be let's do American voice this time. Let's go with Matthew. And then I click OK, and I just remove a random selection of words, or I remove the words that I want the students to focus on, the target language,
Yeah.
So I might put in municipal. I might choose uniforms. That's a key word in this passage. I might choose ties and ribbons. I might choose gender neutral. I might do, what else? That's it. Maybe one other one here. I might do amid requests. That's quite a tricky phrase, amid requests. Okay, then I would click on save. And that has created a gap fill activity with listening. And remember, I didn't record any audio myself. This is all generated by speech synthesis. Okay. So I'm going to go to the right side here, click on preview. And this is what the students will see when they do this activity. So they can see the audio at the top here.
There is a growing trend among municipal junior high schools in the district of Aki, Hiroshima Prefecture, to offer female students a choice between skirts and a pair of pants for their uniforms.
Okay, so again, the student can listen as many times as they want.
There is a growing trend among municipal junior high schools in the district of Aki, Hiroshima.
Wow, spelling.
Female students a choice between skirts and a pair of pants for their uniforms.
Yeah, I think it's PAL, isn't it, at the end? I could be wrong.
No, I meant spelling. Wow, not pointing at the mistake here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was struggling to spell municipal there, actually.
I always say to my students, making mistakes, it's okay. And I'm sure that you just done it because of this, fast typing, quick typing.
Yeah, it's
thing.
definitely AL, I think. I'm pretty sure. 90% sure. And then, so you can see the lines. The student can use these to figure out how many letters there are in the word. Yeah.
I haven't seen the feature like this anywhere else, actually.
Thank you. Yeah. And then I can go to the next question like this. So you have to input something. You can't go to the next question until you input at least something in this box. Yeah.
Oh, Paul, here's the question. I'm sorry for interrupting. From Jadranka, can you disable copy and paste within the text input area for students? I'm asking about written assignments.
Yes, you can. You can disable copy and paste for written assignments. That is correct. Yes, I can demonstrate that in after this, maybe.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. This viewer is someone that you know, Anna.
Oh, what? Can you repeat that?
This person coming from somebody that you know.
Yes, of course, yeah. So
Jaka,
we understand. Jadranka, yeah.
Jadranka?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So Jadranka, please do correct us, okay, if anything, because she's
Jadranka,
amazing. Yeah.
Yes, you can, Jadranka. Yes, you can. You can disable copy and paste. Yes. Okay. So because I'm previewing this as a teacher, I cannot submit it. So this is just a preview mode right now. Yeah.
Oh, there's a beautiful comment from Fernando. One big problem with online classes is that teachers forget that classes should be student oriented, or centered. Yeah, because teacher-centered classrooms are like with a high level of effective filter for sure. Yeah.
So so that's there's a nice phrase that I learned a while ago. A teacher should be a guide on the side and not a sage on the stage.
Yeah, that's
so
amazing.
You've got that, and teacher talking time, TTT, should be reduced. I mean, for elementary, for very low level classes, probably the teacher's going to be doing more talking because the students need the extra scaffolding, the extra support. They need more input. But as the level of students goes up, the teacher talking time can go down, I think.
And we need to give a chance to use their voices, to provide the chance to choose, like even some sort of voice and instruction and everything, everywhere, I think. I always provide the selection of choices, like choice boards, what projects would you like to take first, and etc. That's great.
So we call that also negotiated curriculum. So you give the students a chance to express their preferences about what they're going to learn. Is that right, Anna?
I'm sorry, I was reading into the comments. That's right, because I always have got the selection, not only one certain direction, like follow this or that. Would you like to take this or that first? What do you think? For me, we are like working in the same field together, and not only like I can suggest tools for them. I can maybe bring sort of inspiration. I can showcase my example, but I always say that individual thing is really much pressure, that.
Yes. And so just to bring that back to ZenGengo again, you could get your students to suggest some topics that they want to study, and then you can create lessons based on those topics. So yeah, that's perfectly possible. Like you can say, "Hey guys, tell me your favorite singer, tell me your favorite movie, tell me your favorite book," and then you can search Wikipedia. You can find the text, and you can create a lesson in ZenGengo about that text using that text.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And you know what? While you were demonstrating this, and you're still, of course, but I was thinking about the course that teachers can invent or create on ZenGengo. Is it possible? Like, to me, yes, but maybe I'm not aware of all of the features and how they work exactly, since I'm a pretty new user. Yeah, but how about creating courses? Teachers can create courses. Probably they can sell them.
Yes.
No?
Now,
What do you
yes,
think?
you can create courses. So basically, what I'm showing you now is how to create individual assignments. Now, those assignments can be combined into lessons, and those lessons can be combined into courses.
So,
Now, we do have coming in 2022 a teacher who's based in Japan, and his textbook is called The English Gym. You can Google it. It's called The English Gym, and he has created the digital version of the English Gym using ZenGengo. And
wow,
he
that's
is
fantastic.
selling that textbook to his students. So he's selling the paper book for about $20, and he's selling the digital version for about $7.
Wow, that's wise.
Yeah. So definitely you can do that. If you want to sell the content, that can't be done on an individual teacher account, because that's not designed for selling content. But if you want to become a publisher and work with us and to create content that is of a commercial level quality, you can do that. And just email me, paul@zengengo.com, say, "Hey, I want to become a publisher," and then we can give you more information.
That's a great option.
Yeah. So step 4 is speaking. And what I've done here is I've just clicked on split text into sentences, and I just pasted the text into here. And then we have the sentences from the text here. Okay. So each of these will become a target sentence for the students to listen and repeat to make sure that their speech is comprehensible.
So you're just highlighting the phrases? That's it?
Yeah. Let me go through again and show this one more time.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Click on speaking drill.
Okay.
Put in step 4, speaking, and I click on split text into sentences. Okay, click on that, and I paste the text into here. Click on OK, and that has now split the text into sentences. Each of these sentences becomes a target for pronunciation. Okay, so each of these sentences in the original text about uniforms becomes a target for pronunciation. All I have to do is click on enable text to speech, and then it will says spoken model will be provided. Yeah. So enable text to speech, enable text to speech. I'm just going to go through and click for each sentence. Okay, and I click on save. It says, we recommend that you check sentence recognition with your own speech before assigning to students. So this is really important, because sometimes the words in the article that you have chosen are not words in the dictionary. So they might not be recognized by the system. Okay.
Yes, so we had this.
It's really important. After you have created a speaking drill, you should try it yourself one time. So click on OK to save this. Okay. Then we have a speaking drill, which is here, and I can demonstrate what that looks like to students. Clicking on a preview function. Okay. And then we have the audio here. The student listens to the audio.
There is a growing trend among municipal junior high schools in the district of Aki, Hiroshima Prefecture, to offer female students a choice between a pair of pants for their uniforms.
Now, you see here that actually some words in Japanese, like Hiroshima and Aki, are actually not English words. Okay, so the system might struggle to recognize those words. Okay, but let's try it and see what happens. Let me just go back to this view here. So there is a growing trend among municipal junior high schools. So I'm just going to read the first section and see what happens. There we go. So you see it recognized all of those words. Yeah. So I just said the first sentence, the first part of the sentence, and it gave me green checks to show me that my speech is comprehensible. And the rest of it I didn't say at all. So it's just giving me question marks.
Yeah, we see that.
Yep.
That's great. I like
Yeah.
the colors. That's, I think it's super essential in learning, in teaching as well. And yeah.
So we originally had like a red color and a big X for the unrecognized, but we thought
Mhm.
that it's too strict because maybe it's not the student's fault, maybe it's the system's fault for not recognizing correctly. So now we just have a question mark, which means please repeat or please do it again. Yeah.
That's really clever.
But
Yep.
I'm going to try and get 100% now. Okay, so let's try really hard. There is a growing trend among municipal junior high schools in the district of Aki, Hiroshima Prefecture, to offer female students a choice between skirts and a pair of pants for their uniforms. Okay, hopefully I can get 100% here.
You've got beautiful accent. I told you this at the very first time when we met.
And I did get 100%. That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
If I just say like pair of pants and I don't say of, it should just highlight pair of pants and not of. Let's try that. Are pair pants. Okay, it got
Wow.
the first a up here. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't say of, so this is good for students who don't pronounce the small words correctly. That maybe they miss those words or they don't pronounce them correctly. It's good for those kind of students who need practice pronouncing functional words, so small words correctly.
Yeah, Paul, here's a question from my side. There are lots of shout outs like wow from Shaw and lots of great comments from Fernando. Also, I have just demonstrated it. But do you have any sort of picture dictionary or something that can support dyslexic learners? Or are you planning to make it, because I teach and I taught these amazing, very creative students but they have got like reading disabilities, and these options are amazing. So students can listen to it, but some of them who can't read well, yeah, but they need the support of visual content, I think too. What do you
That
think?
is a really good question. We don't really have a picture dictionary built into the system right now. The closest thing I can suggest is the vocab test, which
Oh, nice.
allows you
Mm-hmm.
to, for example, my vocab test, and then you would add a term, and then you would put the term in, say, like table, okay, and then you can add an image here, and then you can search images, and you can search for table, like this, and then it would bring back some images of tables, hopefully this one, and then you can use that to test the students. So let me just click on use image here. Okay, then that would become like
Mm-hmm.
a matching activity where students have to select the correct word for the image.
Perfect. And is there voice search thing? No.
Voice search for images, you mean?
Yeah.
There's no voice search for images right now. So are you talking about the teacher has accessibility problems, not the student?
No, the students for sure. Yeah, but you
okay.
mean that this content must be created by teachers only, right?
Yes.
So, okay, the pictures can be taken by teachers, students can see them, and then they need to match and work out the words, with the pictures.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So now I see. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
We have done our best to support to acknowledge and support accessibility issues like color blindness and things like that.
Yeah.
But we are mainly focusing on teaching languages. So of course there are students who are learning languages who have accessibility issues. So yeah, we do try to bear that in mind when we design the activities. Yeah.
And I love this comment from Fernando. Visual references really meaningful, important for students. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So okay, so I've shown kind of everything I wanted. Well, a lot of things I wanted to show. I haven't shown anything. I haven't shown everything yet. Okay, so I'm wondering if there's any requests from the audience that what they would like to see. We've been going for an hour and 24 minutes. I'm happy to go for another 30 minutes if everyone's happy to continue.
Jadranka, she must leave us, but if the rest of people can still be there. Anyway, the recording will be always on YouTube, so we can carry on because we love learning from you, Paul.
Thank you very much. Is there anything that people would like to see in particular?
Yeah, actually, I would love to highlight the comment from Fernando. Okay, thank you so much, Fernando, for being such an active person who watched our webinar today. And there is a question: does ZenGengo provide a feedback bank? It's like the data, yeah, with the or like.
So I think I understand what that means. It means like common comments from teachers that are used over and over again. Is that correct?
Oh.
Fernando?
Yeah, Fernando, could you explain this? Yeah. Okay. And there's another question: how does ZenGengo deal with feedback? Yeah, probably this is like you can answer this question. Yeah.
Yes.
Like how it's going on?
Is it possible for me to push a link out to our viewers right now?
Yeah, you can drop it to the private chat. Can you see the private chat?
Private chat. Okay, let me do that now.
Yeah.
Hang on. So I'm going to create an audio recording activity. Okay, I'll call this my audio, and please tell me a little about yourself. Okay, and 1 minute. Okay, save that. And I'm going to create a written activity. I'll call that please my report. And the same thing. Please tell me a little about yourself. Okay, save that. Okay, now what I would like to do is, if possible, I'd like our audience to actually respond to these assignments as if they are my students. Okay, and then I can demonstrate the feedback function. Okay, let me just change this to collect student details on submission, enter email. Okay, do that. Okay, now if I just copy the link here, this is for the audio one. It goes in the private chat. Okay, let's do the audio one first. So if you could, can everyone see that link in the chat?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm still sharing.
Let me take this thing off my neck as well. It's starting to annoy me.
Oh my gosh, like this. Okay, so the link is in the Q&A box, so you can see it and you can follow it on YouTube. And yeah, just click on it and you will see how the feedback feature works.
Yes. So they can't see the feedback feature yet. What I would like them to do is actually submit a recording to me, and then I will give them feedback on that.
And Paul, here's the comment from Fernando. Feedback data bank from individual students, which the students and teachers could access for analysis.
Okay. I don't think we really provide a function like that right now. I can't think
about
of
data.
Yeah. Sorry, we don't. I don't think we really do that right now. Yeah, but it's a nice idea.
That's great. Yeah, we can. The community and PLN, it's great because you can hear the comments, and I always love critics. It's not like critics, but something that can make things to be improved or something. You already done so many things. I really love it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, there's always we could always add more features, and we get feature requests all the time. We're at the point now where we have to be really careful about what new features we add. Every new feature has to, be compatible with our overall mission, kind of thing. So
yeah.
But it's a really nice idea for a feature for sure. Yeah. I just need like one person maybe to do that activity, so I can show how to give feedback.
Okay, so please do follow the link in the chat. To make it more interactive. I'm trying myself to, just a sec.
Yep, go ahead, click on the link, and you should be able to record a short audio file. In fact, Anna, maybe you could do that. Yes, that would be great, Anna, if you could do it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so name.
Yep.
Email.
Yep.
Okay, confirm. Next. Easy peasy. Yeah. So, what's wrong with my email?
Could you share?
It's gap.
Could you share your screen, Anna? Maybe. So.
I'm doing from my cell phone. It's not connected right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
sorry for this.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, please tell me a little about yourself. Just.
Yep. So you can click on record and then just tell me like one sentence
Yeah,
about
and it's
yourself.
hello everyone. My name is Anna. I'm a founder of Teachers Love Edu and passionate educator from the northern part of Russia. That's it. And what I can do, I can take the record again option or submit. Submit
Submit. Yeah.
assignment. Pretty easy. Like works like
Okay.
magic.
Yes, hopefully. Now, if I click on refresh on my page, I should see. Oh, there we go. Look, I've got 2 submissions. Okay. So I have one from Anna and one from another member of the audience. Okay. Now, if I click on that, I'll be able to see the submissions.
I can
click
also
on-
download it. You see,
Yeah.
download submission.
Yes. Yes.
Eh,
You can download your own submission. So the reason for that is every year you get 1 or 2 students who say, teacher, I submitted this assignment, but the teacher doesn't have any record of the assignment. And you say to the student, oh, if you submitted the assignment, you should have your own copy. And the student says, no. And then you say, okay, well, you didn't submit the assignment then. So it's kind of a fail-safe. So if for some reason the student claims that you have received the assignment,
Yeah.
then you can say, hey, please download your own copy. Then they have it. Yeah.
So, and can we collect their responses? Or you've mentioned that there is no, I didn't get this exactly. So they have provided and submitted like certain number of their voices, their recordings. And what can we do with them? Can we collect them to see the track of the improvement in speaking or something like this?
Yeah, of course you can do that. So this is just one assignment. So if you wanted to see improvement over a period of time, you would create maybe 10 assignments or 20 assignments that students would do, 1 per day, or maybe 1 per week. We had a university in Japan that did this, and it was a 30-day, and they had one speaking assignment per day for 30 days.
Challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
30-day challenge. Yes. So that kind of thing is possible, and teachers have done it with ZenGengo. Yes.
Wow.
So, Anna, do you mind if I play your audio here?
Oh my gosh, I hate my voice. Oh, but okay, sure.
Okay, I'm going to play Anna's audio. So this is what Anna recorded, and this is come into. I'm the teacher. Anna is my student. Let's imagine, and this is what she submitted.
I would be honored.
There we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Anna. I'm the founder of Teachers Love Edu and passionate educator from the northern part of Russia.
How good is that? Amazing.
Thank you.
I think that's a really clear audio. Like there's no fuzz, there's no buzzing in the background. It's really nice and clear. So what I want to do now is I want to give Anna some feedback. Okay, so I want to click on give feedback. Okay.
Yay.
Now we can give 3 different kinds of feedback. We can give a written comment, or I can record an audio reply to Anna's submission, or I can even record a video reply. Okay.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to record a audio reply to Anna's audio submission. Okay. So I'm going to listen to it one more time.
Hello everyone, my name is Anna. I'm the founder of Teachers Love Edu and passionate educator from the northern part of Russia.
Okay, I'm going to click on record audio. Hi, Anna. Thank you very much for your submission. I thought there was really good pronunciation and fluency, and I'd love to hear more about where you live in Russia. Okay.
Yeah.
I can listen back
great.
to my recording. Click on that. Hi, Anna. Thank you very much for your submission.
What a beautiful pronunciation. Okay.
And I'd love to hear more about where you live in Russia. Okay, so if I'm happy with my feedback, I click on upload. Okay, that will upload my feedback into the ZenGengo system. It'll take a couple of seconds to process that audio.
So
feedback.
there is 10-minute limit, right, for every audio.
Yes, exactly. And if you think about it, if you're teaching 20 students, or maybe even more than that, maybe you have 50 students in your class, you don't want to be listening to 10-minute audio recordings. Probably 1 or 2 minutes is generally enough. So now I click on save feedback. Okay, that's saved. Now I have 2 options. One is I can get the feedback link, and I can put this in the chat here, and you guys will be able to see the feedback that I have sent to Anna.
In a second.
Just by clicking on the link. Or I can email the feedback to Anna, because Anna gave me her email address when she submitted the assignment. Okay, so I'm going to click on send feedback link, and that will go to Anna's inbox, and she can check that when the next time she
Checking.
checks her email, she will see the feedback.
Okay, let me check. So, okay.
Hopefully it has not gone to your spam folder.
No, it's here. Feedback from your teacher is available at the following link. So not much information. All the details are really clear. So follow this link. That's it. From whom this message is. It's great, actually.
Click on the link, and then you can see, you should be able to play my feedback.
Wait, one sec. Just following the link. And yes, and there is the score, area where we can see what is the number of the score.
Now, I didn't give Anna a score here, so the score is currently 0.
Yes, so that's okay. And there's like, I can see the option. It's like my feedback again here, and teachers' comments. That's great.
Yeah.
Love it.
If I want to I can actually go back and edit my feedback. I could record another message. I could change the score, and the next time Anna reloads that link, it will have the updated feedback on there. So it is possible to change the feedback. Yeah, I'm going to change this to 100% because it was such a good submission.
Yay!
Okay, there we go. Okay, now if you reload the page, Anna, can you see it's changed to 100%?
1 second. Yes, it's score like 100%. I'm not sure that if you can see it.
Okay, so that is how to give audio feedback on an audio submission. Remember, I could have given written feedback, or I could have given video feedback. I just chose to give audio feedback on this occasion. Yeah. So we can do the same thing with the writing task. I have a written report here. Copy the link, pop this into the chat. You guys will be able to submit a written report. This one, I'll just demonstrate what it would look like. So
1 second.
Student. Again, put in my name, email
Standing
address.
out. Yes, it's done.
Now, somebody asked me before, is it possible to disable copy and paste? So yes, it is. So let's say the student is trying to copy and paste. Okay. Now, it's possible to do that right now. So let me go back to the assignment, click on edit. And then if I go down the page, I can see copy and paste. It's currently enabled. I click on disabled, okay, and click on update. Now, if I go back to the assignment and try to copy and paste, it should tell me that I'm not allowed to do that.
Okay, I'm just trying to. Okay, so here we go. And here we go.
Paste. It says your teacher has disabled copy and paste for this assignment. Okay, so yes, there was a question a few minutes ago about that.
Yeah.
That is possible to disable copy and paste. Yes.
Yeah, there was a comment from Fernando. COVID-19 has made us think outside the box. It's a pity it had to be like that. Nowadays, due to COVID-19, we are more connected to teachers, events, issues worldwide. This is positive. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, COVID-19 has definitely accelerated this kind of technology. Teachers thinking about how can they maintain a communicative classroom even remotely.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I go back to my dashboard, I should be able to see. Let's see if we have any submissions. Here we have one submission. Click on view, and I can see I've got a submission here. My name is Prinavin. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. From Durban, South Africa. Okay. Now I can actually, if I click on give feedback for a written report, I get the same options. Okay, I can give a written comment, I can give an audio comment, or I can give a video comment, and I can also annotate the actual text here. So if I want to click on any of this text, okay, and I can put in a comment like, whereabouts is this? Whereabout is this? Something like that. And then the student will be able to see that annotation in the feedback. Yeah.
Wow, there's a word count.
There's a word count.
I'm just
Yeah.
playing around with the
Yeah.
apparition here. You see, I'm using my cell phone, so it's pretty easy to be a part of learning process. So submission is was received. It's written like this, and download submission again. I can download all the things. Being a student.
I'm going to give some audio feedback to Prinavin. Hi, Prinavin. Thank you very much for your submission. It was really great to read about you, your information, and I'd love to hear more about you. Okay, I can click upload, and it's processing my audio again. A couple of seconds, and I'll be able to email this feedback to the submitter. Save and then send feedback link. Okay, and that has gone out to Prinavin. If you check your email, Prinavin, you should be able to see my feedback and listen to it as well. Yeah, so that is written report and audio report. Video recording is the same. You can give video or audio or written feedback on a video assignment. Yeah.
So is it like the camera that is integrated into the device, or this another like built inside of this platform camera, or separate one?
So if you are on a desktop or a laptop, the recording takes place inside the browser.
Okay.
But if you're on a mobile device, because Safari doesn't really support that feature in a reliable way, the recording is done using the camera and then uploaded to ZenGengo.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you for explanation.
Yeah. So I said I promised that I would show everyone Lesson Wizard. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show Lesson Wizard. Lesson Wizard is really the fastest and easiest way to create maybe 60 minutes worth or 90 minutes worth of content within less than 10 minutes. Okay.
Wow.
So let's see what we can do. I'm going to find another article from my scrapbook. So let me find another article about Japan, maybe. Let's see.
You know, Paul, why I love Wakelet, because I know that Evernote has got a like browser extension as well. Yeah, I've been using it for a while, and but Wakelet has it too, so it's pretty easy. So probably you can look into it.
Wakelet has a scrapbook feature.
What does it mean exactly? There are like 5 nowadays. There are 5 moods that you can set for any collection that you create. And you can create spaces, and you can create, is it a Giphy integration on Evernote?
What integration, sorry?
GIF or Giphy, or Giphy. or
oh, you mean like animated images?
Yes, that's right.
I don't know. I think there probably is. Yeah, I think you can put a GIF or a GIF into Evernote. Yes.
Developers said that GIF, but I like GIF.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, but there are lots of things. You can create beautiful storytelling content, and I love it. Visual.
Yeah. Wakelet. I just when you asked me to fill out that form, that's the first time I had used Wakelet. So I'd really like to try it more.
Yeah, many people switch. I love Evernote. I'm sorry for doing this, but
yes.
Just try what you feel like the best thing for you, what works for you.
I'm just looking for another article that I can use for the Lesson Wizard. Maybe I can get a suggestion from the audience. Like, what is a topic that you have recently taught your students? Can someone give me an idea of a topic?
Okay, let me check my Wakelet.
Yeah.
One sec. We had one. Okay, so where was it? Okay, let me see. Since we're preparing for Russian state exam, I think we talked about generation gap, and I've got the text. Paul, do you want me to send you the text?
Yes, that would be great. Yes, send me the text.
Oh,
yes.
There are some symbols unknown, but okay, I'm going to send it out in the private chat, so you can take it. Actually, there's the limit, but
okay, I can just use the first part of this text, maybe. Okay.
Yeah. because
understand modern views, ideal systems, other people.
do,
Okay, all right. I'm copying the first part. Okay, so Anna has sent me this really interesting text.
maybe I need to to choose another text. What do you think?
No, it's okay.
There's something about drugs and
Oh, tattoos, drugs, sex. Okay.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. If you're okay.
No, we are okay. Absolutely. Just maybe.
Okay. This webinar is PG-13 and over. Okay.
No, I'm blushing. Okay, 1 sec.
It's
Okay,
fine. It's fine.
teens
Yeah.
problems. I'm sorry
Yes,
for
yes,
this
yes.
because the generation gap and it's everything all about these things like okay, 1 sec.
It's actually really important because like textbook publishers, especially the big publishers, they're not the writers are not allowed to write about anything controversial like drugs, etc. So maybe students, like our learners, they these are important issues for them. If we completely ignore them, that's going to be kind of weird, right? So yeah, I think it's important to do lessons on those topics. Yeah.
So I've sent it out, the second part.
Okay, thank you very
of my
much.
messaging. Yep. I hope there's nothing like this.
I'll just use the first part, maybe. So what Anna sent me this interesting text on was it teen issues, maybe?
Yeah. I'm in Russian, talking in Russian like this. Yeah, that's right.
So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to Lesson Wizard. So from the main page, I'm going to click on Lesson Wizard, which is here. I'm going to paste the text into Lesson Wizard. Okay, it's just the first part of Anna's text, so it's quite short, but that's okay. It's just for demonstration purposes. Okay, I'm going to make sure the text language is in English and make sure definition language. Now here I can choose. We actually have Russian here, so I'm going to try. Okay, this is a bit of a risk. Okay, this is a bit of a risk. Some might not be exactly correct, so I'm going to ask Anna if the definitions are correct or not. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So, English text, definitions in Russian, and I'm going to click on next. Okay, I want to do vocabulary, listening, speaking, and multiple choice questions. Click on next. I want to put in a title. I put in teen issues.
I love this one from Fernando again. Teachers need to be curious, take risks, and try to use these tools. In the beginning, it might be difficult, but after some time, it becomes a piece of cake. Absolutely, we need to stick to certain tools that really help us to save our time, precious time these days, and energy, for teaching, not only for creating things, and I love ZenGengo for this incredible automatic, everything like included, and everything in one place, and lots of things that can be done for us,
Thank you very much. So I just pasted your text into that Lesson Wizard, and it has finished processing. Okay. So what it has done is it's created 4 assignments for me. It's got teen issues, vocab and grammar, teen issues listening, teen issues speaking, teen issues multiple choice. Okay. Now if we click on vocab and grammar and click on edit, we'll be able to see if it did a good job or not with the definition. So we have relationship. Is this Russian?
Correct.
Yeah. Understands.
Yes, that's right. Lifestyle. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes. 100%. Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to go down anymore in case we get on this. This relies on Google Translate. Okay, so it's generally, I'd say 95 or 98% accurate definitions. If there are any problems, you can just edit the definition yourself as a teacher. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
So I'm going to stick with those 5 words in there. Okay. Now, so what it's done is it's created a lesson here. So I have the lesson. I click on. I'll put this in the chat so people can try it out. Okay. Now, if I click on preview, I click on the I type in my name, my email address. Paul@zengengo.com. Okay. The first part of the lesson is to listen and to read the text and understand the text. Okay. And it's just generating the audio now. Give it a couple more seconds.
Okay, so here you go. Okay. Again.
My network might be a bit slow, but it will generate the audio there, and then the students will listen to the text and read the text. Okay. Something has happened there.
Okay, start. So read the text. Okay, one sec.
Okay. There might be a slight problem with this lesson. This is the problem with doing a live demonstration.
Yeah.
I think there's maybe a bug in the first assignment there. So I'm just going to skip to the second one to show you guys that one. Okay.
Because it's like downloading, yeah, the thing. What it must be, I can see, read the text, read the text.
Yeah.
And
what I'll do is I'll put the links in for the other assignments. I think there's a slight bug with that first one there, so I apologize for that.
That's okay. Things happen during the live.
Yeah. This is why we never demonstrate live. So there we go.
Do you want me to share the last one? Yep. Or
the next three are the listening, the speaking, and the multiple choice.
Okay, so 3 then. 3. 1 sec. I'm going to send the very first one.
Now I can see on my screen here, we have the listening activity. So sometimes our nantoka understand us.
Sometimes our parents don't understand us.
Okay, parents don't understand us. Okay. Yeah, I think there might have been like a character maybe in the text that was not recognized properly. So that's why it's not generating the audio here. So that's one thing you have to be careful of when you're copying and pasting text into ZenGengo. It has to be like completely plain text. Otherwise, it might create some problems. So yeah, one thing to be wary of. Yeah, and here we have the speaking activity. So sometimes our parents don't understand us. Okay, and then we have the multiple choice, which is the kind of reordering activity here. Just asking the student to put the text into the correct order here. And that's it. Okay. So all I had to do was copy and paste the text, and it generated 4 activities for me, and they would be put into a lesson, and the lesson can be given to students, and students can access the lesson through a single link there.
Okay, do not understand us. It's really easy because when you are typing in these gaps, you don't have to switch from one block to another. You're just typing and that's it. It's automatically in.
Yes.
Parents don't, like, you see, it's pretty much like, it's easy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do not. Okay, without any gaps, like this. Next. Oh, some more text. Okay. They don't. So they need to listen and then to listen to and then just to type in, right?
So I think I've shown everything I wanted to show. I don't want to overwhelm the audience at this stage. We have like roughly 10 minutes. I'd just like to kind of warm down, maybe not just generally summarize what we talked about. If there's any other questions the audience has or comments, or if Anna, you have any questions or comments?
Oh, you covered all of my questions, I think. So this is not a webinar, it's a workshop. Yes, we've got, I call this like practical webinar. So, but it's like workshop. Yeah. Thank you, Fernando. You just covered this the best way, I think. And thanks to amazing guests who do it actually. Paul, you just, you blew me away. And I think everyone is like, we feel the same because you shared with so many practical tips, not only about the platform, because platform is like, your platform has got limitless number of possibilities and you're still updating things. And I really like the visual part, and it's easy to use from the cell phones and different apps, devices, sorry, as you mentioned. And it's really easy. So you send me the email address, and I'm going to share it in the comments as well. I'm going to attach it to the description box, and it will be also in the resource collection that I'm going to share once again. And don't forget about sharing your WOW's house. If you want to get the certificate of the participation, please do tag Paul. He's really active on Facebook, and ZenGengo is on Twitter. You just need to tag, and the hashtag Teachers Love Do will work for sure that I can see it. And don't forget the tagging part is super essential. So I'm going to, Paul, what's this? Something is.
Sorry, I wanted to put in my Twitter account.
Okay. So there's the Twitter account. Yeah. So it's here in the highlights running line, and I'm going to attach it to in this. And I want to, I want to share with the feedback collection and resource collection as well again. Okay. So give me a sec. A lot of comments are coming from both chats. Yep. So 1 sec, and the resource collection from Paul. I'm going to attach the email. So if you would like to, Paul, can you mention this trial period again, so people who maybe join
Yes, of course. So I put my email in the chat. It's paul@zengengo.com. If you have already had your free trial on ZenGengo and your trial has expired, please contact me and I'll be happy to extend it for another month. Okay. If you would like a longer trial than 1 month, please contact me, and I can maybe give 2 or 3 months trial. So just send me an email at paul@zengengo.com. Tell me a little bit about your situation. Where are you teaching? What kind of school are you teaching in? And then we can sort out the free trial for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Paul, again.
Yep.
Super generous suggestion. And also, Fernando, the last links, the previous ones were all about the assignments that Paul provided from ZenGengo, and those from with Wakelet. The first one is reflection space, where you can also add your feedback, or you can post on socials if you want to get certificate of participation, or if you just want to give a shout out. I think it's really great to provide this evidence of your learning path. I think is great. I do that myself very often, especially on Twitter. And I would love to mention that there are lots of great words from our amazing audience. From Ahmad, thank you so much. Excellent. And Fernando, again, thank you for being such an active part of our webinar today. Amazing workshop. Thank you so much for amazing platform. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May it be full of health, peace, happiness, and success. All the same to you and everyone who joined us and who is watching us like in the recording version. Thanks so much again, and happy holidays a todos. Yep. And yes, thank you so much again. Bye, Fernando. Thanks again for joining us today. You're amazing.
Thank you, Fernando.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic experience. Thanks to you, Paul. You express your platform with such passion, because I've started with that you are a teacher / developer.
Yeah.
This is really great.
It's quite a rare thing, and
yes,
I try to make the best of both of those roles, but sometimes it's hard because if you're not completely committed to one or the other, it can get complicated. But I think I try to make the best of both of those roles. Yeah.
You do. You certainly do. And we really appreciate your sharing. And there are some new comments. And thank you. Merry Christmas from Prinavin. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Yeah. Happy holidays. Happy break, winter break. See you, Fernando. It was amazing. And Paul, please don't leave this room for a while. And I just want to say, everyone, this is our last webinar, I think, before Christmas for sure. And I'm so excited to congratulate everyone if you celebrate Christmas, if not, with Happy New Year anyway. And I want to wish you to stay healthy, to be inspired, and to stay such creative people like you are. Thanks for being a part of Teachers Love Do, and for today's webinar too. You're amazing, incredible, and keep inspiring and keep sharing with your creativity. And don't forget about teacher self-care too, because we like sharing. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, that's true. And
look after yourselves. Yes, don't burn out. And don't try to do too much. Yep, just look after yourself as well as your students. I agree with that. Yes.
Thank you so much. Any last words of yours again, and we are going to say goodbye to everyone.
Last words.
Last words. Yeah.
I have a phrase that I sometimes resort to. Like, to teach is to learn twice. So if you teach someone something, then you learn it again
Wow.
yourself. So that's, yeah, those are my last words.
This is one of the insights that I got from you today. I love this one. I'm going to remember this. I'm going to use it and grab from you. And thank you so much. Still, yeah, I really like this saying. So see you guys, and Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and stay safe. Bye.
Bye-bye.